Hello students, welcome to your geography class. As you can see, today we are going to discuss about mineral based industry. And in this category, first we have iron and steel industry. Okay. Iron and steel industry is the basic industry of all other industries. Why? Now because in manufacturing sector and in industrial sector we required machines. The most important thing required is machines, and all these machines are made of iron and steel. And that's why according to the demand and according to the machinery wise, there are three types of iron and steel industry. There are three category of iron and steel industry, as you can see: heavy, medium and light. So these are the three categories of iron and steel industry. Now, what are the use of iron and steel industry? Now, as you can see, steel is needed to manufacture a variety of engineering goods, construction material, defense, medical, telephonic, scientific equipment, and a variety of consumer goods. So, steel is needed to manufacture the variety of engineering goods, construction materials, defense, medical, telephonic, scientific equipments, and variety of consumer goods. So these are the industrial sector where we are using steel. Now we will discuss that how we are creating steels, or what are the things required to create steel. Okay. So first of all, iron and steel industry is also regard as the index of country's development. So production and consumption of steel is often regarded as the index of a country's development. So the more country is developed, more production and consumption of steel we can see. Okay, so that's why production and consumption of steel is often also regarded as the index of a country's development. Now, what are the ingredients, or what are the main raw materials required to create steel? Now, as you can see, iron ore, coking coal, and limestone. So these are the three main ingredients or three main raw material required to create steel: iron ore, cooking coal, and limestone. And the ratio is 4 is to 2 is to 1. So all of you should remember the ratio of iron ore, cooking coal and limestone: 4 is to 2 is to 1. Not only iron ore, cooking coal and limestone required, it also requires some amount of manganese. So manganese, why manganese required? Now manganese required to increase the hardness of the steel. Why it is manganese required? Now manganese required to harden the steel. So the main raw material required in steel industry is iron ore, cooking coal and limestone, as well as manganese also. Now, as we know, in our country, okay, we are producing as well as consuming steel. Today it is 32.8 million steel. Okay, it is the previous data. Okay, in your new edition textbook you have the new data. So today we have 32.8 million steels nowadays. It increased a lot, and it is the largest producer of sponge iron. India is the largest producer of sponge iron. In spite of large quantity of production of steel, per capita consumption is annum 32 kg. This also increased nowadays. Okay, these are the previous data. Now we increased a lot more than this. Okay, so as we know, now all public sector undertaking market the steel through Steel Authority of India. Now all the public sectors of steel is undertaken by the Steel Authority of India, which is SAIL. So what is the full form of SAIL? Is Steel Authority of India. All of you should underline this one in your textbook and learn this one. Full form of SAIL, Steel Authority of India. Okay, this is the public sector. While Tisco markets is produced through Tata Steel. Now in India, we not only have public sectors of steel production, we also have some private sectors like Tisco, which is undertaken by Tata Steel, Tata Group of Company. Okay, as we know, in 1950s, China and India produce almost same quantity of steel, but now China is the largest producer of steel. So as you can see, in 1950s time, China and India was producing same amount of steel, but nowadays China become the largest producer of steel. Okay, in India, 2004 here it is mentioned at 2004, but I think in your textbook you have the new data also. So in 2004 data wise, India was the largest exporter of steel, which accounted for 2.25%. Okay, so according to 2004 data, this India was the largest exporter of steel, which accounted for 2.25% global steel trade wise. But due to lack of technology, okay, why this happened? Due to lack of technology, in India we are having huge quantity of iron ore, but due to lack of technology, okay, we are not producing the same amount of steel like other developed countries. Now we are going to discuss about that only. What are the challenges faced by Indian Steel Authority? Okay, as you can see, this includes low cost of iron. Okay, so what are the challenges faced by steel production here in India? First of all, low cost of iron ore, high gradient and raw material proximity. Okay, so this includes low cost of iron, high grade raw materials in proximity, cheap labor, vast go through potential in home market. Okay, so we are having these factor which helps for the production of steel in our country. First of all, low cost of iron ore, because in India, in our country, we are having a huge amount of iron ore. Then high grade raw materials in proximity, of course. Then we are getting cheap labor, vast growth potential in our home market only. In our own country, we are having a vast potentiality to increase the production. Though India is an important iron and steel production country in world, yet we are not able to perform our full potential. As you can see, these are the factors which helping us to improve our industry, but there are some challenges faced by us. So what are the challenges? First of all, high cost and limited availability of cooking coal. So we have a good amount of iron ore in our country, but as you can see that the next or the second raw material required for steel industry is cooking coal, and we have high cost of cooking coal as well as limited amount of cooking coal. Second, lower productivity of labor. Okay, so maybe in our country we are having cheap labor, but we don't have the skilled labor, those who are skilled in this for these industries. Then irregular supply of energy and of course poor infrastructure. This is the main important problem. Poor infrastructure. We don't have a good infrastructure to improve our production of steel. That's why India is lacking behind. We are having high quality and quantity of iron ore in our country, but due to poor infrastructure, we are not able to showcase our potentiality in worldwide. Okay, so these are some challenges faced by our country. As you can see, the factors. Next, you will see liberalization. Okay, liberalization and foreign direct investment have given a boost to this industry. Now, after the Indian government, they launched some policies, and there is no limitation of export import. So due to the liberalization of Indian government as well as foreign direct investment, it gives a boost to steel industry in our country. And not only we have private entrepreneurs. We also have foreign investment. So we are having collaboration of our own private entrepreneurs with foreign investments, improved which improved the iron and steel industry in our country. So this is all about iron and steel industry of India. Next industry is aluminum smelting industry. Okay, so after iron and steel, aluminum smelting industry is the next important industry in our country. So aluminum smelting is the second most important metallurgical industry in our country. After iron and steel industry, aluminum smelting is the second most important mineral based industry in our country. It is light, resistant, and corrosion, a good conductor of heat, malleable, and becomes strong when mixed with other metals. So, what are the importance or advantages of aluminum? Now, it is lightweighted, resistant to corrosion. Okay, then a good conductor of heat, malleable, and becomes strong when it mixed with other metals. So these are the advantages and importance of aluminum. That's why after iron and steel industry, aluminum smelting is the second most important industry in our country. Where it is used to manufacture aircrafts, utensils, and wires. It has gained popularity as a substitute of steel. So you have seen now we are facing some problems in steel industry. So this aluminum is used as a substitute of steel. That's because these are the characteristics of aluminum. It is resistant to corrosion. Okay, then good conductor of heat and malleable, and as well as of course become a good conduct strong when mixed with other metals. So there are 8 aluminum smelting plants in our country, which is located in Odisha, okay, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. So these are some states of India where we are having aluminum smelting plants. Now Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. All of you are going to remember the states name where we are having aluminum smelting. And in 2004, of course, it is the 2004 data, which is a very old data. Okay, so in 2004, the production of aluminum is 600 million tons. Okay, now of course it increased a lot. So what is the raw material used for aluminum industry? Now bauxite. Bauxite is the main raw material which we are using in aluminum smelting industry. The raw material used in the smelters is a very bulky, dark reddish in color rock. So this is the characteristics of bauxite. It is very bulky, dark reddish in color. Okay, and bauxite is a rock. Now there is a flow chart given, as you can see how it's changing. Okay, due to the whole process, how from bauxite is changed into aluminium. Okay, you can practice the diagram for your exam. Okay, if in an exam you are getting the topic or 5 marks question to write about aluminum smelting, of course you can write this diagram. So you should practice the diagram. Okay, next we have chemical industry. The next very important industry is chemical industry. Why? Nowadays in each and everywhere we are using chemicals. So after iron and steel, after aluminum smelting, we have the next important industrial sector, which is chemical industries. So chemical industry in India is fast growing and diversifying industry. As I said, in different category, in different ways, we are using chemicals. Okay, chemicals are not always bad. Like we are using chemicals as a preservative also in our medical sector. In our okay, we also use chemical in our agriculture also. So in India, chemical industry is a fast growing industry as well as diversifying industry. It contributes approximately 3% towards the Indian GDP and is the third largest in Asia. So chemical industry of India occupies the third position. Okay, and 12th in the world. In Asia, the position of Indian chemical industry is third, and worldwide it is 12th. It comprises both large and small scale manufacturing units. So, in both large scale and small scale industries, we are using chemical industries. Rapid growth has been recorded both inorganic. Now, there's two category of chemical industry. It is inorganic and organic. So, there is two category of chemical industry. It is inorganic as well as organic. What are the inorganic chemicals are? The inorganic chemicals include synthetic fibers, plastics, paints, dyestuffs, nitric acid, alkalis, soda ash to make glasses, soaps, detergents, paper, caustic soda. Okay, so these are the inorganic chemicals. The first inorganic chemicals we have sulfur as acid, which is used for manufacturing fibers, synthetic fibers, plastics, paints, dyestuffs, etc. Then we have nitric acid, then we have alkalis, then we have soda ash. Now, soda is used for making glasses, soaps, detergents, paper. Okay, and next inorganic chemicals we have is caustic sodas. So all of you should learn this para. Inorganic chemicals para, all of you should learn. So what are the inorganic chemicals which we are using in our chemical industries and what are their use? Okay, these type of question can come in your exam. That what are the inorganic chemicals that we are using? Okay, what are the names of the inorganic chemicals? So you are going to name the you're going to write these names: sulfuric acid, nitric acid, alkalis, soda ash, caustic sodas. And there is one more question like what are their use? Then you have to write the uses of inorganic chemicals. Okay. So there is also organic chemicals. After inorganic chemicals, we also have organic chemicals. Now, what is the use of organic chemicals? Now, organic chemicals include petrochemicals. Okay, organic chemicals means petrochemical, which are used for manufacturing of synthetic fiber, synthetic rubber, plastics, dyestuffs, drugs, and pharmaceuticals. Here, drugs means medical sector and pharmaceuticals. Okay, medical sector we are also using organic chemicals, as well as we are using organic chemicals as a preservatives for our foods also. Okay, you will see we are using preservatives for our foods or for different things. So these type of preservatives are also coming for organic chemicals. So organic chemicals means petrochemicals. Okay, and the use of these organic chemicals are synthetic fibers, synthetic rubber, plastics, dyestuffs, and in medical sector. Now, organic chemicals plants are located near the oil refineries because organic chemicals include petrochemicals. So, organic chemicals are located nearby oil refineries or petrochemical plants. The chemical industry is its own largest consumer. So the chemical industry is its own largest consumer because basic chemicals undergo processing to further process other chemicals. That's why this line mentioned that chemical industry it itself own largest consumer. Why? Because you have seen the basic chemicals like nitric acid, alkalis, sodas. These are the basic chemicals which goes for a further process to produce other chemicals for different use that are used for industrial application, agriculture sector, directly for consumer markets. So that's why chemical industry itself is the largest consumer because the basic chemicals is going for further production of other chemicals which we are using in different platform like industrial application, agriculture sector, as well as for consumer markets. So this is all about mineral based industry of India. Today we discussed about iron and steel industry, we discussed about aluminum smelting industry, we also discussed about chemical industries. So these three topics we have in this mineral based industries. Okay. In next class we will go for in our next class we will go for other mineral based industries, but today the most important mineral industries that we discussed is iron and steel industries, which is important for your board exam. Okay, you have to, what is the importance of iron and steel industry, why it is known as basic and or key industry. So these things which you are going to learn, as well as you are going to learn what are the use of iron and steel industry. Okay, what are the raw materials used in iron and steel industry, what is the ratio. These all things you have to learn from iron and steel industry. Same way, where we are having iron and steel industries location in India. For aluminum smelting industry also, what are the states where we are having aluminum smelting plants, what is the characteristics of aluminum. Okay, what is the raw material used in box for aluminum. These are the questions which you are going to learn. As well as for chemical industries, you have to learn that what is the use of chemical industry, what are the types of chemical industry, what are the chemicals that we are using there, as well as what is their uses or what are their uses. So I hope this video is helpful for you. We are going to continue this class again with the new video. Thank you students for watching this video.